Welcome to Elvis.nation. Today I want to eulogize, I want to worship, I want to praise all the good Ogas, all the good businessmen that have devoted their time and effort and energy and money to train our youths, to show them the way, to show them wisdom, to show them knowledge, to teach them finance, to teach them accountants, to teach them how to manage business, to teach them everything it means and it takes to be a successful man. For all these businessmen, every part of Nigeria, every part of the world, that always take young children from their community, young youths from their villages, from their in-laws, bring them to their house, live with them, stay with them, feed them, and put them into business, train them from basic calculations to how to make customers, to how to treat customers, to how to sort out the product, to how to get it cheap, to how to get connected to the global world, to have to get things done, to have to make money legit, to have to make money without kidnapping nobody, without trying to do okite.
The average Igbo businessman understands the concept of delayed gratification. First and foremost, the system that got them into business was one of delayed gratification. Having gone through a business incubation system where they were unwa boys and had to patiently wait till they owned their own. Patience as a virtue was what honed in them bit by bit. And so when they eventually owned their own, they maintained the same attitude. And that's why an Igbo man can have 300 million naira in his account and still be acting like a broke man. He will still be in front of his shop eating abacha that his container is probably on the high sea and is doing in sales revenue of about 50 million naira per week. And whether you like it or not, many times these things actually have cultural implications. Because for example, I'm Yoruba and I must say that it's not really something as rampant with us as it is with the Igbo people. So I respect them for that. I remember a man who had a small shop around Mandelas. I used to buy shirts and suits from him for about 6,000 naira back then in 2014 when I was doing my IT at Nigeria Insurance. Now, a couple of years down the line, this man moved from that small shop to a massive plaza. He was incubating his business, not building a new house. And before we knew it, the business literally exploded. He did not buy a car for himself back then when he could have. Instead, he waited patiently. Today, he can afford to buy a car for himself every month if he wishes, because he's a bona fide billionaire. There's a lot to learn from my Igbo businessman, and delayed gratification is number one.
Legit businessmen that always go out for people and help them strive. In Igbo land, we have today a lot of billionaires. All of them are product of this apprenticeship that you start from year one and you graduate after 5 years, after 4 years. And your master will give you some money, some connection, and sometimes your master will even go ahead to rent a shop for you. Sometimes some masters will go ahead to rent a shop and equip the shop for the person to say, my boy, now you can start your own. Now you are a man. Because sometimes in life, people try to look away from normal things. People try to look away from things that are very important to our society. People try to look away from normal things that is much more important than going to church every day, hoping for God to bring manna from heaven. This apprenticeship system of Igbo land is something to applaud. This apprenticeship system that we have in our system today that's still existing is something that the whole world have been marveling. How do these people do this? That is why I say the values, the norms, our heritage is something that we should preserve for our next generation. We just cannot allow this Western civilization, Western way of livelihood, Western way of Christendom, Western way of worship, Western way of marriage, Western way of doing everything. After they have colonized us, we can't allow them to colonize us back again, to take away our norms and values, our core values, our tradition, our heritage, the legacies that our forefathers led. Those things that is good to our community, we shouldn't abolish them. We shouldn't try to demoralize them. We shouldn't try to castigate them. We should try to encourage them. That is why today I bring out this my time today to praise, to eulogize, to say thank you to all these Ogas, all these businessmen, all these Ogas that really dedicated their time to teach their boys the way to be a man, to teach their boys the way to success, to tell them that Nothing pays than hard work. To tell them to be patient, that God time is the best. To teach them the normal things in life, which means when you sow a mango tree today, after some years, you will start reaping mango fruits. When you plant a seed today, after some months, you just have to water these plants. You have to put water, put fertilizer, make sure sun shines on these products. And after some months, you start to harvest. These are the people that make our youth understand that there is nothing like Otkite. There is no soft way to eat. There is no easy way to success apart from investing, apart from using your effort and doing the right things at the right time. These Ogas that will bring the children of a nobody, that will bring the children of a poor person, that will go to the village and take a youth that is just wandering in the village and help them out, bring them to the city, give them a place to sleep. Because in life, there's nothing that it is more important than a shelter and food. Give them shelter, give them food. Try to nurture them. From them being primitive, they try to bring them up to date. Try to teach them how to calculate. Try to teach them how to buy one thing for 1 naira and sell it for 1,000 naira. How to bargain. How to be nice to customers. At the end of the day, they make these boys men. And that is why today we have a lot of billionaires in Igbo land. A lot of Igbo land. In Igbo land, we have a lot of billionaires. Because of this apprenticeship system that we have. This is something that you cannot find anywhere in the world. This is something that the whole world are trying to emulate. So that is why today, Elvis.nation, I am saying thank you to all the Ogas, all the Odogus, all the people that have invested their time and energy to make another man, another human being, to make them successful, to put them on the right track, to make them understand that criminality doesn't pay, to make them understand that Okite doesn't pay, to make them understand that the only way that pays is hard work. So today, I say thank you so much to all the boss, to all the Ogas. I was in Alabama International Market. I had a shop. Thank God I didn't go through the apprenticeship because my own case was different. But thank God also that I worked with all these Ogas. I watched them train their boys. That gave me a lot of knowledge for my business. That made me know much of what I'm doing back then. That made me tap from their grace. Thank God that I was near them. Thank God that I was close to them to tap from their grace. Thank God for the boys that they raised. I am talking from experience. I have seen it happen. I have seen some boys, some of my friends are a product of this apprenticeship system that we have in Igbo land. That is why I say today, thank you so much, all the Odogus that know what it takes, to make a man. Thank you so much for this record, for this legacy, for this success that you bring to our land. Thank you so much. I'm Elvis.nation. I'm out. If you know of any Oga that is doing well, if you know of any Oga that have settled his or her boy good, that was not trying to use the energy of these guys, that have set them on the right path of life, tag them on this post. Tell them that Elvis.nation say thank you so much for being God sent, for preserving this our heritage, for preserving this our culture, for preserving this our heritage. Thank you so much. Tag anybody that you know that is a product of this apprenticeship system. Tag anybody that you know that was before one boy, and now this person is now doing well for himself. I thank you also for being humble to your boss, for being humble to your boss. And now God is blessing you. Thank you so much, guys. Elvis.nation, I'm out.